Does it look like it? This is Hanky Panky. Oh, wow. Look at that color. Hey girl, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be testing and reviewing the new RMS ReDimension Hydra Eyes Quartet in Wild Velvet. So excited. I know you guys been waiting for this review and you've been excited to see what it would look like on brown skin. If you have been eyeing this palette, but you look like me and you wasn't sure if it would show up on brown skin or how it would look, so stick around because this video is for you. If you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. So let's get into this first impressions / review video. So finally, we get to play in the RMS eyeshadow. It's the RMS ReDimension Hydra Eyes Quartet, and I got the shade Wild Velvet, and I'm so excited to get into this palette. This is the packaging, and this is what it looks like, chic. And this is what it looks like. So I'm so excited to play with these eyeshadows. You guys been wondering, especially the ones that have been asking me if I've tried the palette, and I've been holding on to it for this long. I got the Wild Velvet palette because the one that I wanted, which was the Celestial Dreams, I believe it's called, I really wanted that palette, but it was sold out online, sold out on their website. And I see now they're in stock on their website. So I'm glad I was able to pick this one up. But there was a creator that I saw. I love how she plays with color, but it still looks elegant and chic. And really that's what inspired me to go with the Wild Velvet palette, because it was between this one and the Rebel Glow. And this one just spoke to me more. This palette mimics the ReDimension Hydra blushes. It's the same formula, it's just in eyeshadow form. But what I do like about this palette is these pods, you can pop them out. And if you had more than one palette, you can interchange the different colors to create your own personal palette. So I love that about this. Hopefully they will sell single ones. So maybe you don't want the full palette of another one, but you just want certain colors. But yeah, so that's awesome. So for those that seen this palette online, that is brown skin or deeper, and you just wasn't sure what it looked like swatched on brown skin, I'm going to do some swatches of the shades just so you can see them on my skin tone. So first, this shade is Sun Shower, and then the next shade we have is Warm Saddle. And then this next shade is Bonfire Glow. And then the last shade is called New Penny. So these are the shades swatched on my forehand. This is what they look like. And as you can see, there's definitely different textures to each shade. There was a creator on here that said this shadow here, which is called Bonfire Glow, this shade right here, they said that was just a small hanky panky. So I'm going to swatch Hanky Panky just to see if that's true. It was hard to tell because on her complexion, she is a lot of shades lighter than me, but I wanted to test that out to see if that was true on brown skin. So I have Hanky Panky here, so I'm going to swatch it at the bottom and we'll be able to see if that is true. Does it look like it? It kind of does. I'm going to swatch it right now just so we can see. This is Hanky Panky, and I'm going to swatch. Oh, wow. This one right here at the end is Hanky Panky, and then the other one is Bonfire. But you guys let me know if that looks like a match. Wow. So I guess it is Hanky Panky, a smaller version of Hanky Panky. So I'm gonna go in with New Penny. I'm gonna go in the crease with that color. And I'm just gonna use a BH Cosmetics blending brush. And I already concealed my lids, and I used the Christian Beauty Co. Divine Confidence Soft Matte Concealer in the shade 13. And then I set that with the Nude by Nature Translucent Finishing Powder. And this is in the shade Natural to give me a primed base. So I'm just gonna go in the crease with this shade. So let's go on the other eye. I'm gonna do The same thing on this eye and go in the crease with that same brown Nude penny. So I curled my lashes, I applied my lash primer and mascara and some falsies off camera. And so now we're gonna go on the lid with the Bonfire Glow, which is this shade right here. So we're gonna go on the lid with that color just to see. And then we may go in the inner tear duct with this shade right here, which is called Sunflower. I was even thinking about going on the lid with Warm Saddle, the inner lid, and then the outer lid with that. But I have this palette so I can do more looks. I can see how many looks I can create with this one palette. But today we're gonna go on the lid with Bonfire Glow. I'm going to go on the lid with my finger. Wow, this really is hanky panky. Ooh, look at that color. It's so pretty. And with this brown, look at that. That is so pretty. This is what it looks like. So now we're gonna go on this lid here on this eye and do the same thing. I actually like using my finger. That is pretty. This shade right here, I wanna add that in my inner tear duct and see what that looks like. Yeah. Yeah, like a little something, something. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty. And I can always add a little bit more, a smaller detail brush to connect it a little bit more. Yeah. I'm not used to using shimmer brown in my crease, but it doesn't look bad. What do you think? I like it. I don't typically do this type of colors. And another thing about this palette, this is like the surprise palette. If you want to do a little bit of color, but not too much, and it's an easy way to play in color. That's what I liked about this palette, especially for the spring and summer. But yeah, this is really pretty. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back and then I will share my thoughts. All right, so this is the final look. This is the eye. So what do you think? I went on my lower lash line with the brown shade Nude Penny, and then I also went in with Bonfire, the color that I have on my lid. I went in a little bit of my inner tear duct, and then in my inner tear duct, I went in with Sun Shower, which is this gold shade. But that's what I did, and this is the final look. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments, but I really have enjoyed playing with this look. You know, it's definitely more colorful than I normally do, but again, this is a good palette for those that want to start with a little bit of pop of color, and then you have the other 3 colors that you could rotate between, because you can always use the color at the bottom lash line. You can do it in your inner tear duct. I mean, this palette you can use multiple ways, and I do plan on creating future videos in short form on how you can use this palette. If you guys want something like that where I can do a series on how many looks can I get, whether if each day I do a different look or I create one that has multiple looks in it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but this is a pretty palette and I am so excited to create more looks with it. And with this palette, it was $49, and right now on Derm Store, I believe they have 25% off. So if you are interested in picking this palette up, I would say check out Derm Store where you can get that 25% off. I will leave that in the description box below. So it turned out great. Thank you for sticking around to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful. Again, thank you for your patience for waiting on this video. I'm so excited to get it out. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, bye.